Right now, there are 7 active conflicts that could collapse your portfolio by Monday, and you probably don't even know which ones. When war escalates, 3 things happen immediately. Your retirement account drops, your grocery bill doubles, and your savings lose value while you sleep. I'm going to show you the exact playbook billionaires use when markets panic, and the one thing 97% of people get catastrophically wrong. Before we start, quick question. Do you know what happened to the S&P 500 in the first 48 hours after Russia invaded Ukraine? It dropped 8%. That's $3.2 trillion. Just erased. But here's the twist. 6 months later, the market was back to all-time highs. So, who lost money? The people who sold and who made money. The ones who understood what I'm about to show you. This isn't just theory. This is documented financial history, hour 1 to 12. Stock markets open down 3 to 7%. Investors sell risky assets. Panic selling begins. Media amplifies fear. Hour 12 to 24. Oil futures spike 10 to 20%. Every gas station in America reprograms prices. Hour 24 to 48. Gold jumps $100 plus per ounce. Bitcoin moves violently in both directions. Defense stocks surge. Hour 48 to 72. Currency markets go haywire. Central banks issue emergency statements. Your purchasing power starts eroding. This is where most people make their first and biggest mistake. They watch CNBC, get scared, and sell everything. That's exactly backwards. Let me show you why. This is the part that destroys middle-class wealth silently. War doesn't just move stock prices. It rewrites the cost of everything you buy. Here's the chain reaction. Energy crisis. Oil goes from $75 to $120 per barrel. Your gas bill, plus 60%. Your heating, plus 40%. Airline tickets, plus 30%. Food shortage. Ukraine and Russia produce 30% of global wheat. Bread prices surge. Meat costs rise. Grain-fed livestock. Restaurant prices jump 15 to 25%. Supply chain paralysis. Shipping routes close. Container costs triple. Everything from iPhones to diapers gets more expensive. Now here's what kills people financially. Your income doesn't adjust this fast, so you're making the same $75,000 a year. But now it buys what $65,000 used to buy, and if you're carrying debt with variable interest rates, you're about to get hammered twice. During global conflict, strong currencies often strengthen further. Emerging market currencies can weaken. Central banks may adjust policy to stabilize economies. If inflation rises, interest rates may stay higher for longer. Higher rates mean more expensive loans, higher mortgage payments, pressure on businesses, slow growth. Here's the math. Scenario. You have a $400,000 mortgage at variable rate. Rate at 4%. Your monthly payment is $1,910. Rate jumps to 6.5%. Your payment becomes $2,530. That's $620 more per month. $7,440 more per year. Can your budget absorb that? Most cannot. This is why foreclosures spike 12 to 18 months after major conflicts. Not because of the war itself, because of the financial aftershocks people don't see coming. Let me hit you with data that changes everything. Gulf War 1990. Market dropped 18% initially, recovered within 7 months. People who stayed invested made money. 9/11, 2001. Markets crashed 15% in 1 week, back to pre-attack levels in 11 months. Russia-Ukraine 2022. Initial panic drop of 13%, full recovery in 6 months. Tech stocks down 30%. Energy stocks up 60%. See the pattern? Emotional sellers lock in losses. Strategic buyers get rich. But here's a critical detail. Most miss. The recovery isn't universal. Some sectors tank and never come back. Others explode. Knowing which is worth millions. Here's why 93% of people lose money during war. It's not a lack of information. It's emotional hijacking. Your brain during crisis. Fear response activates. Cortisol floods your system. Time horizon collapses from 10 years to 10 minutes. You start asking, how do I stop the bleeding? Instead of, is this an opportunity? I've watched people with $500,000 portfolios sell everything at the bottom, then watch those same stocks recover 40% in 8 months. They lost $200,000. They'll never get back. Why? Because they made financial decisions with emotional bandwidth designed for physical survival. Here's the fix. Before any crisis, you write down, at what price drop do I buy more? What's my emergency cash reserve? What's my 5-year plan regardless of headlines? You make these decisions when you're calm, so when chaos hits, you execute a plan. You don't improvise in panic. Warren Buffett has a saying, be fearful when others are greedy. Be greedy when others are fearful. Here's how the ultra-wealthy actually operate during war. 1. They hold 12 to 24 months cash. Not 3 months. Not 6 months. Enough to survive complete market paralysis. 2. They buy quality assets on sale. When everyone's selling Apple, Amazon, Microsoft, in panic, they're accumulating at 30% discounts. 3. They hedge with uncorrelated assets, gold, treasury bonds, certain currencies. Not to get rich, to stabilize when stocks tank. 4. They stay invested in essentials, energy, defense, healthcare, utilities. People always need electricity and medicine. 5. They ignore the noise. They don't watch CNBC during crashes. They read balance sheets. This isn't luck. It's systematic, and you can copy it, starting with $1,000. Our next section action plan. If war escalates tomorrow, here's your 48-hour checklist. DO. Check your emergency fund. Review your debt if it's variable rate. Consider refinancing now. Dollar cost average into quality stocks. Increase allocation to defensive sectors. Stay disciplined with your long-term plan. Don't sell everything in panic. Check your portfolio 40 times per day. Make decisions based on cable news. Try to time the exact bottom. Go all in on speculative bets. The goal isn't to predict war. The goal is to be financially unbreakable when it happens. Now here's what I need you to do. Drop a comment right now and tell me. If the market dropped 25% tomorrow, would you panic, sell, or buy more? Be honest, because your answer tells you everything about whether you're ready. And if you want the full breakdown of which specific sectors outperform during different types of conflicts, I made a follow-up video that goes deep on portfolio positioning. Click the card in the top right. Look, I'm not here to fearmonger. War is terrible. The human cost is what matters most. But ignoring the financial reality doesn't help anyone. Your family depends on your income. Your future depends on your investments. Your freedom depends on your financial stability. And in uncertain times, preparation isn't optional. So here's my challenge. Spend the next 48 hours stress testing your finances. Ask yourself, can I survive 12 months with no income? Is my debt manageable if rates rise 3%? Do I understand what I own and why? If the answer is no to any of these, you have work to do. Because when war comes, it's too late to prepare. If this changed how you think about risk, hit subscribe. See you soon.